Good morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chris Capper and we're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We're right off of I-25 between exits 235 and 240. Today I have the opportunity to present you a coach that we just came back on the market. It is a 2023 Newmar Superstar 3727. This is used. It is barely used though. It's got just under 15,000 miles. And this is a great coach if you want to get to look at the snow-capped Rocky Mountains, whether you want to be on the beach at St. Augustine or the lake at Lake Havasu. This is the coach to get you there. This is going to have the Freightliner M2 106 chassis with a Cummins i6 360 horsepower engine. Now this is the 8.9 liter engine. Cummins makes two of these. This is the better one. It's going to give you 20,000 pounds of tow capacity with 1,150 pounds of torque. So if you just see 360 horsepower, they're not all the same. This is the best one that they make in that format. So also, it's going to be really hard getting these Alison 6-speed transmissions going forward. There's a big contract out there. This has that Alison 6-speed transmission, which is going to be very smooth, very easy to drive, and make this driving like just a big truck instead of some big semi, right? So, dry weight on this is 33,500 pounds. 40,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating, and then I said that we could also tow 20,000 pounds behind this. Now, if you'll notice, this is a BASF Masterpiece paint finish, and this is going to be the Colfax graphics. It looks really amazing. It's all nice and cut and buffed and everything. And then all of our baggage doors, we've upgraded these to the chrome baggage door locks that have the automatic key fob entry. So you can just unlock those and lock those whether you're inside or you're just outside and you have the key fob entry. Now, right in here, you'll notice I have flagpole bracket. I'll show you that in a second. And then this right here is going to be extra air. So if you want to just air this up without starting it, or you need some extra air for something else, you can turn that on. That's going to pop that air for you. And then this flagpole bracket will plug in right here. And so you can put your colors, whether you're being patriotic and flying our amazing red, white, and blue, or maybe you just have a welcome to the Capper campsite. Or you just have your favorite college team up there. Whatever you have, you can have multiple flags for multiple days. That fits right in there, and it's a really nice addition to this coach. And here we have another storage, and what's really cool, this is a nice deep storage. You'll notice it's got that felt line carpet in there. And so if you want to get your chairs in there for sitting out with your family under the awnings, you can do that. Now, I haven't mentioned the awnings because I don't have them out, but I think this is probably a good time to talk about it. You'll notice if you look at the very front of the coach to the very rear of the coach, those awnings cover the majority of this 37-foot 10-inch coach. And these are going to be the Nova awnings from Girard. These have a nice arc. They come out about 8 to 10 feet. They do go over the slides when they're out as well. And in a high wind condition, I didn't put them out just because we are pretty windy today. We're going to have a bomb cyclone tonight or tomorrow with extreme winds. But these right here have a wind sensor on it. They'll automatically go back in. And I have particularly seen these types of awnings, this exact brand and model, wrap up over the coach, and we're still able to get it back in with no damage to the coach or to the awning. So it's a really good investment. Talking about good investments, you'll notice that these slides are flush mount slides. Newmar invented the slide 30 years ago ish, and this fits flush, and that's going to be less wind noise in there. And with wind and rain and you're driving in that can be pretty loud. So that's going to minimize that. So we're going to pass by the door because we'll come back to that. I have another storage area right here. And then right here, if you want to watch the NASCAR, or your football game, or you just want to listen to that nice sound bar, I've got a Samsung 4K TV right here with a nice sound bar. Now I can either Bluetooth into that sound bar and just play whatever I'm streaming. I can listen to what is playing on my dash radio, so that is Sirius XM compatible, or I could have whatever's playing on the TV. One really cool thing about this coach is it has a Winegard SK2300 auto satellite dish on top, and that satellite dish is going to allow you to watch movies and stuff while you're on the road. So not while you're driving, but if you're on the road and you've got some people in there, they can watch the TVs. So you'll see the rails right there. This is something that Newmar does. I think is really good. This pass-through tray right here pulls out, and it allows you just to access everything that's in the rear of that. Now, in addition to this, I've got my Girard awning switches right here. So if I'm out here and I don't have the remote, I can go ahead and just access them right there. Or if it's getting too windy, I can also bring them in. I've got a GFC I110 alternating current right here, which will run either from the generator or off of my inverter. And then here's my whole house vacuum system. So it's an intervac. I can plug in here and I can clean the exterior bays, and I can also take it inside. I'll show you when we get in there how effective that is. And here I have a small little pass-through space. So you'll notice that if I want to bring maybe a small kayak paddle or some fishing poles or just whatever you might want in there, you can do that. And then here's a little lever to open this cool storage area. So I've got a light right here. And then here, you can bring your extra fluids, oils, hydronic heating fluids, whatever it is that you might need. But if you look down here, you'll notice I have a nice little spot that I could put a folding table in there, maybe some extra chairs or whatever else you might want to put in this particular location. And if you'll see, let's just take a look back at this coach and just look at how good this is. You'll notice two cameras right here. This is your rear view camera, but this is going to be my Omni View 360 camera system, which that gives you kind of like a God's eye view looking down. So if you're in a tight space or you're trying to back it in, if you don't quite feel comfortable, that makes it a lot easier. But I'll tell you right now, this being a shorter coach, it's going to get you where you need to go. It's going to get you in the smaller camping places or get you in that nice little spot where you want to go by the lake if you want to do some dry camping. So you'll notice just got a great paint on that. That BASF Masterpiece paint looks great in the sun here, and we have the nice little chrome upgrades here. And then down here you'll notice that this has the security light, docking light upgrades as well. So I've got those on right now, so it just makes it easier at night when you're pulling in. You can get a really good idea of what you're looking at, or if you're just trying to disconnect your stacker trailer. I mentioned earlier that you can hold a 20,000 pound stacker trailer, whatever you want to put. Maybe you just want to put a little Jeep back here, but you can put up to 20,000 pounds horizontal and 2,000 pounds vertical. And then I have this nice little 7-way here, and I also have, this is for your video. So let's say you have your stacker trailer and you want to see what is in there, or maybe you're bringing your horses or something out to where you're going and you have a trailer hooked up with them. You can keep an eye on the interior and behind that, so you have two camera options with that. So it's pretty cool. And then we have this little sleeve, bringing that from a 3-inch to a 2-inch. Makes it really nice. Here I have a nice little mud flap just to mitigate any debris that might kick up on your whatever you're towing behind you or the car that's behind you. Notice right here I have a 30 amp 110 outlet. So it's, well, not 110, it's a 30 amp outlet that runs off alternating current. So if you have that stacker trailer out there, you got some tools, you're working on your race car, getting it ready for the big day, you're going to be able to power whatever you need with that, as long as it's within that 30 amp capacity. And then here, man, this is best in class. This is the Oasis Chinook system, 50,000 BTU on this. This is providing me my hot water and my furnace level. So with this right here, I have a diesel furnace in there, and that's cooked up to a, there's a stainless steel tank. I have two electrical elements. So a lot of times you can just run the electrical elements if you're plugged in and you're fine. But if you're dry camping, you just want to run that diesel. What's really good about this is a low pressure system, so it requires less maintenance and it's easier maintenance than you have on the high pressure system, such as like an Aquahot or something. It's also going to be quieter, it's going to use less diesel and produce less diesel exhaust. So thumbs up to Newmar for including the best in class system on the market. So I didn't talk about the tires, but man, let's just look at them right now. So these are going to be the front tires are the Michelin X-Line Energy Z 315/80R on those 22.5-inch rims. And back here we have the X-Coach 295/80R on those 22.5-inch rims. And these really nice aluminum alloy rims makes it super easy to clean and keep clean. Little storage area if you want to put your stinky slinky in there. There's a dirty side to camping. That was the wind shutting that. And sometimes you just need to bring that with you. So that's a good place to keep it. You don't need to worry about any other storage. So my wet bay is really, really simple to use. So first, well, let's start with the winterization. You can see that our professionals have this winterized right here. I think our winterization fluid goes down to -100, -75, 100. And so really good to get that done here. Makes it real simple though if you want to do it yourself. You've got all the valves right here to do that. You turn on your water pump and you can go ahead and cycle that through yourself if you know what you're doing. Just read the instruction manual, make sure you don't forget anything, especially this #1 thing people forget right here. So we have a power hose reel right here, which is really convenient. So if I pull that out and I want to put it back in, it just takes it right back in for me. Very nice system. And then I mentioned we have our water pump right here, outdoor shower, hot and low point drains right here, whole house water filter. You're usually just going to leave this in autofill, but if you want, you can switch that to manual fill. And then I have a black tank rinse because what goes in your black tank is going to be anything goes in that toilet, which should only be human waste and RV or septic toilet paper. If that gets stuck to the side, that just rinses that out, helps keep that clean. With proper maintenance, you'll be just fine. And then I have my electric valve openings right here. So everything here is nicely controlled. And you'll notice how nice everything is sealed. So keeps all that nice and warm in there. Here's my hydraulic system. So this is gonna run with my hydraulic leveling jacks and also with the hydraulic slides. Pretty exciting here. So I have my Magnum Pure Sine Wave inverter, which is going to be able to allow you to run most of everything inside there just straight off the batteries. 50 amp power cord reel. That is a 50-foot cord reel, folks. So it helps to have a longer cord reel because there's less chance that you won't be able to connect. And if you do need a little bit more, you're not taking another 50-footer. You might take a 10 or 25-footer if you really need to connect from a long distance. So I've also got my tripod satellite set up, cable back there, and a little bit of storage there as well. So if you did want to bring extra cord, you could do that. So this is running right now, believe it or not. It's a Cummins own-in quiet diesel 8,000 watt generator to provide you and your family all the power that you need if you're dry camping or let's say your batteries go low. It's got an auto gen set. You can set the quiet time for your campsites on that. If you have pets inside there and you want to make sure it doesn't get too hot, if that gets to whatever temperature you set it to, that will automatically turn on that generator and start your air conditioning. I mentioned we have 50,000 BTUs of heating. I have 30,000 BTUs of cooling with two 15K BTU Penguin air conditionings. And so here I've got 8 6-volt AGM batteries on that just to give you the power that you need, and a little storage on the side. Now I have lockable. So this is locked. I have underneath that, I have my 50-gallon tank on this side. I have a 50-gallon fuel tank on the other side, giving you 100 gallons. Now those do have a crossover. The best way to fill this is going to be just do it from both sides at the same time with one person on each side, just looking at that, making sure it doesn't overflow. You can do it just from one side, but it will just be a slower fill solution. Side view, camera system right here. And then let's check this out. So really easy to get up in here. I've got, when this door is open, it's going to let everybody know behind you. Let's say you have to get out for an emergency. That's going to reflect. It's really nice to have that on my little Mercedes. And then I have multiple places to grab. I have a grab handle here, you have one here, you have one here. So it makes it very simple to get in and get out. So what's really unique to Newmar is that we have an air ride cab and air ride seats. So I can bring those seats up and down. And then I also have pneumatic lumbar support with that as well. Really helps my back out on that. And then I have heated seats here too. So really sweet to get these exactly where you want them to be. And I can get that forward or back. Telescoping and tilt steering wheel makes it simple to use. One thing I want to point out before I shut this door is this is where your battery cutoff switch is for your chassis. So if you want to just put this in storage or you're done with the chassis portion of it, you can just cycle that off, and that's easy to store. And then when you get in, you can just start her up right here. So you don't have to actually get in all the way. The keys are right in an easy place to use. Now, this right here is a breakaway, so you can break that away. So you can see the teeth right here. So if you were to bump something, you don't want to bump anything, but if you do, you can do that. Or let's say it's just a little hard to get into your garage, those do break away. So a few things let's look at here. So great tires, these tires are in great shape. Our shop checked them out, and a lot of tread on those. So looking at this front bumper area, you'll notice this is a 3-part bumper. It's got a breakaway right here. So if you were to get into a slight fender bender, the goal is that it doesn't take out the entire bumper, right? And then there's a nice little flange right here. So if it does get hit onto this, it helps minimize the chance that that will shred your tire. So again, they're just looking out for you, trying to make sure that this is going to take care of you. Now the prior owner did a really cool thing, and they added these little light areas, and this right here is equal to the width of the coach. So as long as that'll get in there, that should be just good for you. They're also a little easier when you're driving because you can line up to your lines a little easier on that you always want to look at your concave mirrors where you're looking at, but it makes it easier to kind of adjust that if you're a new driver. Now, if you're someone who likes to do things yourself, I'm not one of them. I'm going to send everything to our award-winning service professionals here on this Cummins engine and Freightliner chassis. But if you want to do it, you've got your fuel water separator right here. We have your fluids, your dipsticks, anything that you need to access your fuse box over here. So it makes it really easy to access on all that right there. If you want to charge your battery, you can jump it right there as well. And then I have a nice little chrome piece right here, making it look pretty sharp. And then on this side, again, more fluids, easy to access everything that you need. Now, on a windy day like this, I might be a little bit worried about stepping in there, but the way these hydraulic struts are right here, or pneumatic struts, makes it really hard to push this in. So I'm pushing that with some force, and it took a while to go down, and it still doesn't just slam. You got to just push it that last bit. And then of course, before you drive, just hook that in on both sides and you're good to go. You'll notice that getting in and out is just as easy on the passenger side as it is the front side. I would have opened that, but I have it locked, unfortunately. Last thing to look at while we're out here, you see I have these 2 pieces over each slide. Those are your Nova slide out toppers, or Girard slide out toppers. So it helps minimize any debris or detritus getting on the top of the slide. And then you have these nice safety tinted windows right here. These are going to be fully framed, even gusseted on the radial corners. So that is part of the coach. It is just really good the way Newmar does everything. They have a thing, their tagline is when you know the difference. When you see all the work that Newmar does to give you a decades-long lifespan on a coach like this, you'll see that your investment is worthy. This is worthy of your investment. So let's come on in. Now I'm going to open this up, and you'll notice this comes out, but watch. Oh, it sees something there. Was that a 3-year-old? Was it my leg? Was it a tree? What was it? It doesn't matter. It has a safety part piece into that that's going to stop that. So pop that back in and then open that back up, let that come all the way out. So nice little screen doors you might expect, and you'll notice how low this comes out. Now this is pumped up for driving, so it's got the air in it, but this is still coming out just a few inches off the ground. Makes it really easy to get in and get out, especially if you have mobility issues. Nice grab handle getting in, keyless entry, so you can leave your keys in there. And I can also lock not just my door, but I can lock all the baggage doors as well for safety and security. And then I have a doorbell for when my friends are coming over to enjoy a beer. Now I'd like to invite you in to join me. And then what I'd like you to do, I'm going to put these slides out. While you're looking at these slides going out, I'll talk about, right here you're looking at the Colfax decor and the Colfax, we talked about the Colfax graphics outside. These are the Bermuda glazed maple hardwood, and this is in the matte finish. So really nice system that we have here. You can see how nice and quiet these slides are going out. And then we have the nice porcelain tile that, this is a King Air porcelain tile. So this has got that wood look to it. Nice neutral look. It's not too brown. And here I'm putting out this slide. So if you notice on the tops, we have in the very middle going up and down the coach, I have this nice little piece right here with the ambient LED lights. These actually come down, and right inside that is going to be the air conditioning system. So I have the intake and outflow vents. These pop down. You can easily change those. Really within 5 minutes, you could have all those filters off in the sink, spray them clean, shake them dry, and then pop them back up probably within 5 or 10 minutes. First time might take 10 minutes or more, but once you get used to it, you'll do it. So you'll notice the fascia on here is really cool. These right here come out, so they're just there on magnets, so it makes it easy to just wipe that mirror clean for us people that like to have clean stuff in bright, shiny mirrors. In the Navy, we call it bright work. Well, not mirrors per se. So let's look here. We have a lot of storage. So I have storage above this. And just think, we're at just under a 38 foot. And I have all these drawers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers right here. And you'll notice they're all soft close. So here I have this nice closet space right here. And there is, I'll switch this on this side. There is a safe here as well. So if you like to bring personal protection devices, or like one of my clients has a Rolex collection that he brings with him, that's a good place to keep them safe, where you don't have the kids getting into them and you don't have to worry about them going missing, right? So stackable washer and dryer with a nice little place to store your Tide Pods, your dryer sheets, whatever it is that you want to store it underneath that. And you'll notice that each one of these have a floating panel insert with vents right here. And then this is all just done throughout the entire coach. Very nice. So you see the glazing looks nice. You got the nice maple hardwood right here. It's just done so high quality. Coming over to this side, you can see a few little additions by the prior customers. There's a couple here, a couple on that side. Right above this nice Samsung 4K TV, I have my audio visual closet. So you got your HDMI, your cable. So I mentioned that this has the dish, or has a satellite on there. You just need to provide your satellite boxes, right? So, and then I've got some more storage here and here. So just look at all that. Every shelf, every cabinet is gonna be carpet lined, with the exception of the pantry, because we don't really want food getting in that, but everywhere else carpet lined. Really nice hidden European style hinges, keeps everything in there nice and safe. We'll have 110 outlets throughout here, and look, I have 6 really deep drawers. So you can just put a lot of stuff in these drawers. I'm not going to open all 6. They're all the same size right there, and they close nicely. This countertop is a solid surface countertop that's nice and polished, and you do get a little bit of reflective sparkles in there just to kind of brighten it up. And that is a really nice tone that just brings everything together. Nice wood valances right here throughout the coach. All again done by Newmar. Met the people who do this. I met the ladies that do this part right here. Nice rope design. So while this is kind of a great coach for the manly guys doing the race car driving or the skiing in Lake Havasu, it also has a lot of good feminine touches to it, so that way everybody can feel at home in this. On this side, I have a little space right here for any lotions or oils that you might want at night. And then I have a 110 outlet with 2 USB-A outlets here. So if you have a breathing device like a CPAP, BiPAP, or an oxygen machine, you can either keep that on the floor, you can keep it here if it's a compact version. We also have a ton of storage space up here, and you'll notice that I have 110 there as well. And right under this one, there's a little piece that I can pop that out, and I can bring that breathing device attachment down there. Again, we have the nice hidden hinges. We have 2 areas, so if both of you or one of you has one, you don't have to just be on one side of the bed. You can choose your favorite side of the bed. Nice little mirrored headboard right here with a ultra leather back finish. And then I have 2 windows, one on each side. And then you'll notice I've got my day shade just to kind of keep the sun from being too bright, give you a little bit of privacy during the day. But at night, I'm going to go ahead and bring that nice MCD shade down. MCD shades are known to be a really good brand. They're like the just a great brand. Now, before I open this, this is a nice king size mattress. This is so comfortable. Do not lay down on this until you're ready to go to sleep, because you're going to go to sleep. I did forget to mention right under here, I do have a bunch of controls, so I can hit my security lights on here. I can also turn my reading lights, accent lights, and I have an all off. So I can turn all my lights in the entire coach off with one button, very simply. Now, when we were outside, I had that generator running. You probably heard it. Guess what? It's not under the bed or across the bed from the bedroom where most manufacturers put it. Newmar knows that when you want to sleep, you want to get to sleep. And if you're like me and you sleep light, you don't want to be hearing some generator running. So that generator's over there. I cannot hear it. I certainly don't hear it at all. Now, if you turn it off, I might notice a slight 1 decibel level, but you just really can't hear anything in here. So let's open this king size bed storage area. So you'll notice I have 2 folding chairs right here. This is this has got the air mattress upgrade on this, which I was not aware that was an air mattress. So that's even better, right? We have the Intervac vacuum cleaner systems. That'll show you where that hooks up, but that's all the tools for it. And then I have 2 table leaves. So combined, these table leaves are about 22, 23 inches to give you more people at the table. They say the idiom in happy RVing is to entertain 6, feed 4, and sleep 2, and you're going to be happy, right? So what we showed you on the other side, I have that exact copy right here. Right above that, I can turn my speaker system on or off. So if I'm playing some nice jazz or whatever it is, give my wife a massage, I can have some nice music playing back here as well. Now, we do have a privacy door here, so this gives you that privacy. And just clips in right here, and you just open that by pushing this down on either side. Under here, if I want to sweep any dirt or anything in there, leaves, just kick that little automatic dustpan on. I love that feature. And then this is where you hook up your vacuum cleaner. Before I get to the kitchen area, let's go to this cool bathroom. So I'm going to sit down first and just kind of open some of these, but you'll see I have a lot of storage capacity in here. So 3 different shelves, a tall one so you can get your mouthwash, toothpaste, whatever you want in there. Right underneath this, I have a 110 outlet, which is my GFCI, so this is where I would reset it if I needed to. And then I have plenty of storage back here. Now, if you look up there, you have your Winegard satellite dish controller, and also my router. So that's going to be the Everest Wi-Fi and Aspen router combo, which is the best in class. It's going to get you the most. So right here, toilet paper's hidden, so you just open that, and then I have another place right here so you can put some extra toilet paper rolls, towels, whatever, and then a place for toothbrushes, shavers, whatever you want, and then a nice little spot here to hang either paper towels or a regular towel, and then right here another little hand towel space. Right above my head, it's going to be where all the 110 circuit breakers and the fuse boxes. I don't know if you can see that, but very easy to access, and you have a little bit more place where you can store some things. And then let's check out this. So I'm about 6 feet 1 inch with these boots on right now. I have quite a lot of extra height right here. So if you are someone who maybe plays for the LA Lakers or Denver Nuggets, you might be able to fit in the shower. They added a few extra little spots here so you can put your little scrunchies or washcloths in here. Nice shower here with a teak seat. So if you want, ladies, you want to shave your legs, or men, I'm not judging, you can just sit down right here. Little spot for your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Now, little nook here to put whatever you want. Shower head here and a removable head so you can get all the from under bits nice and clean. Now this is really great, especially for our dry campers. So when I move this from here to here and recirculate, what that's going to do is going to take the water out of that 105 gallon fresh water tank. And instead of putting it into the 60 gallon gray tank, which would normally happen because you want to get that hot water. Now, even though we have the instant hot water, there's a lot of pipes between here and there, so we don't want to waste that. So this is going to run that through that Oasis Chinook system, get it hot, bring it out here. When this turns white right here, it changes colors from blue, then what happens is you know it's hot, you switch it back, and then you have hot water here. So it's a way to save that. It's called the shower miser system or the aqua miser system, and it's a really good feature that Newmar implemented a few years back. There's also a little fan right here. You have access to turn that on and off here, and you'll notice that this is a split hinge. So this hinge makes it easy to open and shut. So when this slide is in, I can still access the bathroom, I can access the bed, I can access what I need to in here. So if I want to go ahead and access any part of this pantry, you notice I'm pushing these in, then pulling them out because they have a locking mechanism. So that way when you're driving down, if you hit that pothole at speed, it doesn't just knock this door open and everything comes screaming out. So it's just another thing that makes it easier. These are all adjustable, so if I have something higher or smaller, I can go ahead and adjust these up or down. And we would certainly be able to help you with that if you needed. I can get my water out of the door so you don't have to open this as much. Now this runs off of an inverter. Now some people say, well, how does that work? Well, it works really simply. First of all, freezers and refrigerators are very efficient at keeping your food cold, whatever the contents are cold. So as long as you're not opening and shutting this all the time, it doesn't really need a lot of cooling. Especially if you can just get your water right out of here, it's going to help make that easier. Now I have a locking mechanism on this so this doesn't open while you're driving. I have that in the unlocked place right here. I do have my ice tray right here, or my ice, so it's an automatic ice maker in there. And then I have 2 storage compartments down here, 1 up here, and then also the ice area. So plenty of storage space for the food that you would need. We talked about a whole house water filter. This residential Whirlpool refrigerator also has a water filter on it as well. So if you want to not have high mineral content in your water or your ice, you want to enjoy your scotch or your bourbon and just get the flavor of that, you don't have to, you have that, it's going to keep that better for you. It also has a little air filter in it too, so if you're cutting some onions or scallions, it's not going to smell this up as much because it's going to cycle that through. Now you'll notice I have 1, 2, 3 shelves here two trays now on this side, and then one large one here. Now I can set these on low or high humidity by just adjusting this, but what's really cool on this, if I have some milk, cow milk, oat milk, whatever kind of milk, water, Coke, whatever it is that you have, you can have that there, but if you don't need it, you can extend this tray out. So they're just giving you all the functionality that you need. And then again, I also have three adjustable shelves in here and 3 here. So if you've got tall bottles of something, you can easily access that. So here I have a Whirlpool microwave. This is a convection microwave, same exact one I have in my house. Works great. It's got a 6 or 7 mode fan on it, 2 light settings. You can do air frying in that. You can do steam simmer, steam clean. Now you do need to put the water in there for that to happen. It does not have a water feed into it. I read the instructions on mine to figure it out. Soften melt, man, I just made some great infused ginger and garlic infused butter. I used that feature right there. It worked great. So let me just open that up so you can see what it looks like. Plenty of storage area for what you need. Or not storage, but cooking area. Now under here, favorite way to cook is gonna be this true induction cooktop. I can set my time and my temperature, and it's gonna work with induction capable cookware, which a lot of it is nowadays. If you can stick a magnet on it, it works. So, and this is your area that's gonna heat. If you want to cook outside, this will come right out and you can just unplug that. It's 110, it plugs into any of the outlets outside. Just put it on a table and you can cook whatever you want out there. So if you're out there going fishing, doing some trout fishing, my wife don't want to smell trout in here, so I'm going to be cooking that outside. Now, looking at here, underneath this nice area, you have a cutting board. So you can cut your vegetables, meats, whatever you want. And there is a little juice slot right there as well. Now we know that most of the time when we're camping, we're just prepping meals. So let's just look at how much space that we have. For a small coach, you do have a nice little area to prep your food on. So in addition to that, we have a lot of storage room here too. So tons of storage space right here. And then we have these nice soft close, and then we have all these drawers, right? So, little place for your sponge, your little green scrubby pads, and then under here we have a little trash can, and then more storage area for your needs. Right under here, if you'll notice, I have another GFCI outlet. So if I want to plug something in, it's easy to do it. I also have another outlet here and another outlet there. They did opt to have the kitchen window right here. All these windows that you'll see are going to be on the Galley style, and they're tinted, but you'll notice the outside is outer perimeter is painted black to protect your gaskets. And being that they're Galley style, if it's raining, it's not going to get much or any rain in there. Really nice chrome flow and spray sink. Double stainless steel sink, so you can do your rinsing and your washing, make it real easy. And then you can pop that in. Now if you do get a little bit of, like, man, I can make a mess when I'm cleaning because I scrub like crazy. With this, if I get a little bit of water coming on here, it's going to hit this right here. It's not going to get past that and beyond onto my nice furniture. And then we can just pop that back down. And then look at some of the storage here, a little storage. Remember I talked to you about all this right here is going to be that carpeted felt style. I've got all my color schemes right here. Newmar Country Club, please join them. They're a great community. And once a year, I mean, they meet monthly, quarterly, and then once a year, Newmar comes out there with their techs and helps answer your questions and fix any issues that you might have. And they usually do it at a discount. So more storage here as well. Now, right here I have these really comfortable seats. So I can just sit back there, relax, kick back, and now put that TV up so I honestly could just sit back here, watch an hour of TV, fall asleep. My wife will say, Chris, are you coming to bed? And I'll be like, oh, what? And there you go. These are really comfortable. I've got 2 places for beverages here. So if I'm having a beer or an old fashioned, I got it covered. And then right here is a nice little spot. So I can keep my remote here is what I'm doing. And my wife's gonna keep the blanket there because I like things colder and she likes it. So everything's gonna be right where you need it. And when it's time to not watch TV anymore, which if you ask my wife, that's all the time, just push that down and that'll go down. So nice little area, tons of storage space here. Looks like the prior owner did put some automatic lights in here. Probably want to put some extra, I'm guessing they're double or triple A's, and that is motion controlled. Pretty nice little addition. I do like how they were thinking. Don't want to forget too, this has a USB plug. So guess what, guys? You can have your phone charge it, and while you're on it, you're watching TV, and you're also probably on Facebook or something else. So a little storage area there for whatever you want to put. Now coming on this side, we'll start at the top. I have this nice Bose sound system right here. It's going to give you that nice theater quality, well, good theater-like experience, right? Storage here, you notice that light coming on there that they put in here. Now on this side, more storage, but I have the owner's manuals in there. So you don't need that. You can sign up for Noogle. It's a Google Newmar thing that they did probably like 10-15 years ago, and it's going to have the schematics for your coach, going to have the there's new part for your parts, and then on Noogle it's going to give you all the owner's manuals, everything you need for this coach. Here's my audio-visual place here, so whether you want to put an Apple TV or I like the NVIDIA Shield Pro, that's what I'm using at home, put that in there. Satellite box would go in there as well. Both sides of this super comfortable Euro boot dinette. On each side of that TV, I have a 110 outlet and 2 USB-A outlets. Gorgeous 3 windows right here, and that's right across from the big windows on the other side. Now this right here opens up, we already talked about it, it's about 23 inches of space, and then I have those 2 folding chairs. So I can have, really on this right here, you could fit probably 1 adult and a kid here. Now, a lot of times if I'm sitting down and I'm just relaxing and I got my couple friends sitting there, I'm gonna be sitting here in the Chase Lounge style. So I can have 2 people sitting here like this, 2 people sitting there like that, and then I have those 2 folding chairs as well. So you can easily, like what I said, entertain 6, feed 4, sleep 2, and you're good to go. So before I forget, we have this storage under each one. And there is something I did forget, so we're just going to drop back here for a quick moment. Sorry about this, guys. I've got the Newmar KIB system. Anything I can do on this, I can do on my phone. I link into that. I can turn on my water pump, top off, autofill, tank heaters. This has 110 volt tank heaters, not 12 volt. Big difference. 110 volt will keep it warm in a much colder environment. I can see where my batteries are, turn all my lights on and off, TV, auto genset, we talked about that. If you have any questions on what this does, just give me a call. But I can set my quiet time, I can set my HVAC, so if it gets too hot or too cold in here, it will turn on what it needs to. And if my house batteries or chassis batteries get too low, it'll also turn it on. HVAC, you can see I have furnace on, it was 50 degrees, I set it to 65, it's 56, I got that on low. I can do fan, cool, auto, heat pumps on front and rear. So we'll just turn that off for now, and I can have my fan on auto. Same thing here, gonna hit that, hit that off. Bluetooth, I can go ahead and download the Connected Solutions app on Google Play or App Store, and then press that to pair. Once you downloaded it, pair it, and I can do anything that you've seen me do here, I can do there. Lights, here's all the different light functions, each individual room. I can turn them all on and all off right here. Doesn't necessarily get like the bedroom reading lights, because if I turn it all on, I don't really want to blind my wife if she's still sleeping. And then we have another fantastic fan that I can control. Remember, I have one in the bathroom and I have one right above the kitchen. Right here is my solar panel controller. Got my Winegard HD omnidirectional antenna. You can see I have this in bulk charging right now. This is my Magnum pure sine wave 2800 watt inverter. This is my power system, so I can see where I'm getting my power, have my burner on or off, and I can have my heat, electrical heat on or off right here. HWH computerized leveling system. It's all electric. It just does so well. Turn in and out for my slide outs. All my security lights, I can turn them on and off right here. If I want that exterior step out all the time, I can just leave that down. So that way when I'm at the campsite, it stays out. Don't worry about it. If you forget about, well, always turn it off, but if you were to forget, it is supposed to bring that back in when you start, but never rely on a computer. Always check it yourself. Battery disconnect, some people call this a salesman switch. I can lock and unlock that right here, that entry door, and then I can also lock and unlock all of my storage compartments outside. Now, if I have dogs or cats or little ones or maybe older ones and they're walking around here while I'm driving, I can put that step up so I don't have to worry about my dog getting stuck down there and having a problem. It's going to help also minimize maybe some surgery bills, emergency vet services. A little block heater right here on a super cold day, you could run that, and then that's your patio light. Now, if there's sometimes hydraulic systems need to be reset, so instead of having to go outside and doing that, you can do it right here. So you just hold that down for 5 seconds and you're covered. So just didn't want to forget to show you all that. We're going to get up to the very front now. This is pretty cool. I love the stargazing window right here. Now what's really neat about this is I can operate that from the front cab. So if I'm driving in Phoenix in July and it's 120 degrees and that sun's coming through there, I can just go ahead and shut that just to help mitigate some of that heat. Got this great hardwood maple up here as well. And so more storage area. This is your Newmar specialist right here. That's Darian. I've met her. She's a real sweet lady. We talked about Noogle. Set up your account there. It's going to give you all your owner's manual, schematics, everything there. If you need to order parts, you do it right there. That is your Freightliner phone numbers that's for Freightliner custom chassis, which this is not, so you're just going to call the regular Freightliner number. And then here, more storage. What's really neat here is that I have a universal toll module on this. So what you just do is set up your account with that. You have your credit card in that, and that's going to work with nearly all universal tolls out there. Actually, anything that's universal toll compatible, which is most of them. Although someone told me they went through one the other day and it was still cash. So lots of storage. This is going to be your privacy shade that's going to go right around here just to give you a little extra privacy. And let's go ahead and have a seat and start her up. So as I'm starting this baby up, that's a 360 horsepower engine, 8.9 liter. So you'll notice I have my cruise control over here. I can go ahead and set that, resume it as well. And then I can do my light check. Windshield wiper right here. Again, I mentioned this is tilt and telescope. If I want to signal somebody that, hey, thank you for letting me pass, or I'm all the way over, you can go ahead and signal them there. I have a 3-stage engine brake on here, so when I have that on, I can go high, medium, or low. That's going to be really good. I like to keep it low even when I'm in traffic, because when I'm not accelerating, I am decelerating, which is pretty nice. But it's really important to have that, especially when you're going down, let's say on I-70, coming into Golden, driving east, you're a 6% grade there. Not only am I probably going to set this to be on this Alison transmission, I can set that to be going no higher than a 4th gear. I'm going to have my engine brake on too. So mirror heat right here. If I'd have done this earlier, I'd have been able to open that door for you. I can put both of my windows down, and man, that is blowy. So our parking brake right here. All of my dash air controls, which if you've ever driven a car, you're familiar with that. If I want to lower that rear area for my hooking up my trailer, that's what I would do. I'm sorry, this is your light test over here. If I want to lock that rear diff, I can do that here. So if I'm on sandy or snowy area and I'm not getting the traction I need, I can go ahead and do that here. Remember we talked about that shade. I can put that shade up or down here. And then if I want to, I have a gen. I'm not going to waste your time watching that go down slowly. I can do my regen you really should not do that. This is really for truckers. This is semi trucks use this. They might be sitting in there for 2 days, just taking a rest, and this is running the whole time. This is what you're going to do. House battery, chassis battery boost. So if, for example, you can't get your generator started because your there's 6-volt AGM batteries are too low, you can go ahead and hit that. If you can't get your engine starting, you can hit it the other way. I can start my generator right here, and then I got my docking lights and my cab ceiling lights right here. So I can do all that, and then I can dump that rear area too. 2 USB charging areas, and then a 12-volt here. And then I also have, oops, that should have stayed clipped. This right here comes off, and then I have USB and an auxiliary that will hook into this big system right here. So on this, I've got my radio. I can hook up Media Center. I have Sirius XM. I can Bluetooth directly into that. You've got your HDMI setup. That's your aux, which is right here. Which who uses that anymore? I don't know. Not me. Cameras, I can look at my cameras, navigation, and setup. So let's look at my cameras on this right here. I can look through that. I can see my left view camera, rear, but if I want to look straight down at the hitch, it's even going in higher. And that's going to be my 360. So I've got my slides out. It's not going to give me a great view, but it's giving you that graphic. It's giving you all the way look around, and then I can also see what's directly behind me as well. Which makes these super easy to drive, right? And then when you need to get to your destination, you can go ahead and just pop that in there, save your house, save your storage area, or save your camping areas. Everything here is very easy to use. I just want to thank you for joining me. All right, and we got the air horns. I just scared my video guy in there. Thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Chris Capper. We're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We have the highest level service center really in the state, to my knowledge, and one of the highest in North America. So this coach is camp ready. When you come by and pick it up, we're going to take great care of you. Again, this is a 2023 Superstar 3727. You can reach me at 813-333-2988. Thank you so much. Happy trails.